Welcome, my friends. Today's story is about Queen Elizabeth II is rich with lessons and insights that transcend time. In the tapestry of history, few figures shine as steadily and brilliantly as Queen Elizabeth II. Her reign was not merely the longest in British history. It was a symbol of grace, resilience, and duty. Born into a world that never imagined her as queen, she became the compass of a changing empire, the calm eye in storms of global upheaval, and the human heart behind the crown. Born on April 21, 1926, to the Duke and Duchess of York, Elizabeth Alexandra Mary Windsor was a quiet child with curious eyes and a natural dignity. No one, not even her parents, expected her to one day become queen. Her uncle, Edward VIII, was the heir to the throne. Elizabeth's father, Albert, later King George VI, was the spare, not the heir. Yet, destiny has a strange way of revealing itself. In 1936, when Elizabeth was just 10 years old, her life changed overnight. King Edward VIII abdicated the throne to Mary Wallace Simpson, an American divorcee. Her father, unprepared and hesitant, became king, and young Elizabeth became the heir presumptive. Suddenly, her life was no longer just her own. Every lesson, every step, every word would be shaped by the knowledge that one day she would lead a nation. World War II was the crucible that forged Elizabeth's strength. At just 13, she addressed children of the Commonwealth on the radio, telling them, "When peace comes, remember it will be for us, the children of today, to make the world of tomorrow a better and happier place." By 18, she insisted on joining the Auxiliary Territorial Service, training as a driver and mechanic, becoming the first female royal to serve in active duty. She rolled up her sleeves, got her hands greasy, and showed the world that she wasn't a figurehead, but a future leader with grit. The war wasn't just a global conflict, it was her classroom. She learned about sacrifice, about service, about what it meant to be part of something larger than herself. In 1947, at just 21, Elizabeth married Philip Mountbatten, a naval officer she had loved since her teenage years. Their bond was forged in shared duty and deep affection. Prince Philip became her confidant, her strength, and her partner in every way. Together, they traveled the world, raised 4 children, and faced the pressures of royal life with unwavering unity. Later that year, in a speech from South Africa during a royal tour, she made a promise that would define her life. "I declare before you all that my whole life, whether it be long or short, shall be devoted to your service." She spoke those words at 21 and lived by them for over 70 years. On February 6, 1952, King George VI died. Elizabeth, just 25 years old, became Queen Elizabeth II. She had been in Kenya when she received the news. One day, she was a princess in the trees of Africa. The next, she was the sovereign of one of the most powerful nations on earth. Her coronation in 1953 was a spectacle of tradition and hope. It was the first ever to be televised, allowing millions across the Commonwealth to witness the young queen take her sacred vows. Draped in royal robes holding the orb and scepter, She looked serene, but inside she carried the weight of the crown with quiet strength. Through the decades, Queen Elizabeth became the anchor in a rapidly changing world. The British Empire transformed into the Commonwealth of Nations, and she became not just a queen of a country, but a symbol of unity across more than 50 diverse nations. She met with 13 U.S. presidents, worked with 15 British prime ministers, from Winston Churchill to Liz Truss, and guided her nation through wars, recessions, pandemics, and cultural revolutions. In times of crisis, she didn't shout, she didn't command, she led with presence. During the COVID-19 pandemic, her message was simple and powerful: we will meet again. A nod to Vera Lynn's wartime song, it resonated deeply with millions, offering hope when the world felt uncertain and afraid. But her reign was not without pain. She weathered family scandals, public criticism, and national grief. The tragic death of Princess Diana in 1997 shook the monarchy, and her initial silence drew harsh judgment. But in time, she addressed the people, showed vulnerability, and helped the nation heal. In her personal life, too, she suffered. The loss of her beloved Prince Philip in 2021 after 73 years of marriage was a profound blow. A single photo of her sitting alone at his funeral, due to pandemic restrictions, captured her devotion and dignity in sorrow. It was a picture that said 1,000 words about love, duty, and grace. Many see monarchy as a relic, yet Queen Elizabeth managed to modernize it quietly, subtly, and effectively. She embraced television, emails, social media, and online meetings. She invited commoners into royal palaces. She joked with James Bond in the 2012 Olympics opening ceremony and poured tea with Paddington Bear in a charming video for her Platinum Jubilee. She never tried to be trendy. She didn't chase popularity. Instead, she let the world change around her while remaining a steady symbol of continuity. In 2022, the world celebrated her Platinum Jubilee, 70 years on the throne. No British monarch had ever reigned so long. Street parties erupted, landmarks lit up in purple, and tributes poured in from every corner of the globe. Even at 96, she appeared on the palace balcony, smiling, waving, reminding everyone of the remarkable story they had witnessed together. On September 8, 2022, Queen Elizabeth II passed away peacefully at Balmoral Castle. The world mourned not just a monarch, but a presence, constant, calm, and compassionate. Her funeral was attended by world leaders, royalty, and citizens who had never met her, but felt as though they knew her, because, in a way, they did. She was the grandmother of a nation, the symbol of steadfastness in uncertain times, the woman who promised to serve, and did, until her final breath. What made Queen Elizabeth II truly inspirational was not just her title, it was her humanity. She loved horses, corgis, countryside walks, and Scottish Highlands. She laughed freely in private, enjoyed mimicry, and wrote handwritten notes to her loved ones. She found joy in the simple things, even while wearing a crown of diamonds. She understood the value of tradition, but also the need for evolution. She was born in a world of telegrams and coronets, yet left behind a legacy in a world of satellites and smartphones. Her greatest achievement? Remaining herself through it all. Queen Elizabeth II didn't chase greatness. It followed her because she chose service over self, duty over desire, and stability over spectacle. In a world of noise, she was a whisper of wisdom. In chaos, she was calm. And in history, she is eternal. May her legacy inspire future generations not just to lead, but to serve, to endure, and to reign with kindness.